I've come to shatter your beliefs, I'm sorry, but I must. For you are trapped in your own mechanism of beliefs, of consensus reality beliefs and conditions, which are, I'm sorry, killing you, really are killing you, because you have a limited warranty of life that ends in death, in destruction. It's like you have a lifespan. The meter is running out, you see. It says you can only do this so long, and then poop, you're gone. But what does that mean? Why is that so? It is because someone says that is what it is. Now, how much of this is, they say, and is believed, and how much of it is actually so? And until one becomes courageous enough to bust out of that belief arena and say, wait a minute, who says? Why is that so? What if you of yourself decide not to go by the life manual that says, this is how it works and this is what happens and this is kaput? What if you decide not to go kaput? What if you decide, wait a minute, I don't believe that anymore? I think I will see what it's like to believe in myself, to check it out, to see just how this thing really does work. If you void the contracts with they say. I mean, if we void those contracts, you see, if we say, no, I'll not sign on the dotted line, I refuse. You see, when you get these contracts, you read these things and it says, do you agree? And do you ever remember agreeing to that contract, you see? See, it's assumed that one agrees. And did you put your check mark in there? Did you check it? No, I didn't check it. I don't agree to it. I think that I will shatter that belief, that concept. I will shatter that mortality. I will decide for myself how it is to be. Now, I know the intellect says, oh, Ishvara, you're falling off the deep edge. Nobody can do that. But are you sure? Just because you haven't seen people do it doesn't mean it can't be done. So when we recognize that this body has the capability to heal itself, I mean, there has been things that said that the physicians really don't cure you, maybe a tiny bit, but mostly it is the mind that cures you. So isn't that saying something right there? The belief and the placebo thing that they can give people that they think they're getting a medicine and they get better is the mind. So I say to you that the mind is the healer and the mind is the slayer. And so if one really believes that they have a terrible disease, they will die. And if they stop believing that they have a terrible disease, they will live. And we call that the miracle. And faith healing you go to a faith healer and you have a terrible disease, and the faith healer prays over you and touches you and tells you you are cured, and you have sufficient faith to believe it. And you go to your doctor and he says, wow, it's amazing. Your disease is gone. Praise Allah. Praise the elephant. Praise whomever. And actually, you should be praising yourself, because that's the healer, you see. We stick the credit outside all the time, but it's here, really. I told you I'm shattering beliefs. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, but I'm shattering beliefs. That's my job, to shatter beliefs and concepts about all that out there. It's all right here. Shatter them, because otherwise you remain enslaved to all of it, and you'll never become free. So, you see, that's how it works. Now, I know it doesn't always work for you, because there's some things that are more difficult than others. But nothing is impossible. Some things are just a little more difficult. It takes a little more energy for that. And some things maybe has gone too far. And the poor body just says, I'm too tired, Ishvara. I'm just too tired to deal with it. And that's okay too. That is okay too. Our beloved Leela got too tired to deal with it anymore. And that was all right. She did a great race for us, and she did wonderful things for us, but she became too tired to keep going on. And I understand that. And she did wonderful things for Alaya and for the space. And she is greatly loved for that. But she just became too tired to keep going with that. And that is understood. And that happens with people. And that's okay. But for some of us, we have the will to jump that boundary, and we can jump. And it's all right if one doesn't feel like jumping. You see, that is the thing that we have to be okay with, too, is that there is no right or wrong to it. See, in this world, there's always this right or wrong you're supposed to. And I say that is something else that I shatter. There is no right or wrong. There is only you. You is you, and you make up the rules. You say how it is. You must understand that you are the boss of your existence. And if you feel like you want to transcend all of this, I know sometimes one says, this world is just too much and I want out. And that's fine. And for some others say, this world is too much, but I'm a fighter and I'm going to face it head on. You see, either way is your prerogative. And you have the strength, empowerment of the new human and the consciousness with you in whatever effort you decide, whichever position you take. But it is always your choice. It is always within your will. And your magic is yours, you see. And so, to shatter the conditions and the consensus reality around us, to free ourselves, to be completely whole within our being, to the way we envision for ourselves. That's the thing. And that is to break the conditions of consensus reality that are like chains that enslave one to this world of beliefs and concepts. And I break those for you. I shatter those for you, because I will have no conditions or beliefs before me or before you, if you so desire. That's it. That is the freedom that I offer you. That is the freedom that this space holds for all who will embrace it wholeheartedly. That is the compassion and the love that the new human in the new consciousness is in totality. That is what it is for all who would choose to embrace that. And it is this understanding that I wish to project and to hold for all of humanity, moment by moment. And it is up to humanity to accept it. It cannot be forced. It can just be held out in offering hands. That's all. Simply, that's all.